Hide the Zoom things. Yes. Okay. Welcome all to the Foundational Infrastructure Working Group meeting. Yeah, so Zoom set up correctly. I have the baby in the background. Everything is fine. Why is that? No. Guys. Okay. Yeah. So the errand topic. Shall we start with that? So that's an open issue, right? Is that the director?
Yes. Let me also just add it
Running
in the
errands,
document.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So ultimately, it's clear that we already discussed it, right? So so feature-wise, the way it's used on our side seems like a bug on other people's side, and so the idea was that it's adjusted on our side, but it's not exactly us who's using this, and yeah, it's complex.
Service fabric, right?
Yeah, exactly. For them to change it, and that means we're currently blocked in bumping the director, which is not a good thing. Also considering Jamie and other things, and just to stay up to date, and that's why, yeah, there was a flag as an option discussed, but I can see that it adds, well, some complexity, which is not good, but still, what are options from your perspective if we cannot unblock this on our side?
But I'm like, I don't really understand the. I mean, so is the problem that it's technically not feasible, or that's like a scheduling?
No, I think it's more like it's a mixture of political and capacity and
prioritization
discussions like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I see, but I find it like difficult to use those as an argument to change something in the open source, right? That
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, I think we have had this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what more to add. I mean, like, then at least, I mean, it wouldn't get prioritized on the VMware side making this thing, right? So that it would be a PR against the Bosch director to add this. That would
exactly
be made by
that's, yeah, sorry, please go ahead.
By your team, and that would mean you still have like a prioritization and effort issue, and then we would have the open source discussion around it, like if that is an acceptable thing to go forward with. Like, I cannot give any guarantee there, right, that it's an acceptable thing. I think we have had this discussion, which at least goes into the direction of it not being desirable, but I mean, like, maybe the implementation turns out to be not that bad and it's okay-ish, but I don't know, like, it's not a guarantee.
I mean, it's clear that we would provide the flag, but of course we don't want to work on it if we cannot get it in.
Yes, and then there's the...
Yes, unless it brings us into the position that we have to fork anyway, maybe then. But okay. And who would ultimately decide like how to get it in? Like, with whom would we need to discuss it? Well, the approvers list, I guess, which is mostly
it's
here.
like the approvers.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the approvers that decide in the end. And if it's like a controversial thing, maybe we'll want to add some more approvers to have like consensus.
Yes.
Like I would say, like, if we can find like 3 people that would agree with this, of the approvers, then I think it would be acceptable. Like I'm not gonna like I don't value my personal opinion like higher
Yeah.
compared to like the other approvers, but at least there must be consensus.
Okay, then let's do it like this. I can, of course, internal discussion will continue anyway. I can see totally that we don't want to have backwards compatibility if we don't consider it to be good for the complexity of the product. So I can see that we want to avoid to have this flag, and I would try to to talk with approvers outside of this meeting, whether we can work out something. This can, I don't know, in the next 1 or 2 weeks. And if it's clear that it's not possible, then it's not possible, right? But then we can take it out of this meeting.
Yeah,
and
I
maybe
think like
have a more technical discussion.
Yeah, like if you can convince Behan, I think that's at least one person.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, and then
but yeah, of course, with
depends on
Bern, I would have a discussion, and then Benjamin and I don't know.
Yeah, the proposals I've made as concerning the semantics of stop VMs are definitely compatible with your requirements, and properly implemented, they would solve your problem, because it would be a valid scenario to run an errand on a stopped VM. I think it's a softly stopped VM, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean,
otherwise the VM would not be there, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it would not be an error anymore to run an errand on a stopped VM. But the VM would be updated if by Bosch deploys, which is not the case currently. So you may run old code when you do that, which is not consistent actually. So yeah, I think we just need someone to do that.
Which part now you mean? Like providing such a flag, or adjusting code?
No, I mean, there would not be no flag. It would just be a clarification of the semantics of what it means for a stop VM, and when it comes to being updated or not, when it comes to running an errand on it. Just clarifying that and making sure the implementation is properly aligned with the semantics we decide.
Okay.
Yeah, so Benjamin, you're suggesting that the change would be that a softly stopped instance would still be getting applied changes, but then I think that's not technically feasible, because an apply spec will probably also start the service instances.
We would honor the fact that jobs are not run, but we would still update the bits, jobs and packages. Yeah,
but I mean, it's worth a spike, but I think it's technically not feasible, because like apply spec is the only message that you have for that, right? And apply spec would also like update the packages, but also start the go through. But I mean, like I'm not 100% sure, but I think those things are coupled, maybe not, but that's like something to find out.
Yeah, maybe the apply spec message could contain a new option for not starting the jobs. Possibly this could be investigated.
Yeah, but that would be like quite a big scope, right? Because then you would need agent changes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not that much.
Sure.
Yeah, but someone needs to find time to do that. Yeah.
Okay. I think for today, we had enough discussion with that. I will take it with me again, and we'll see in what form this might come back or not. But yeah, thanks for the open discussion.
Yeah, no problem.
But maybe
Okay.
just a comment. Maybe we can have somehow a decision on our side how to proceed with backward incompatible changes in such cases. Maybe to have a grace period. I don't know, something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a topic
I
which
think,
we
I mean,
can,
sure, maybe, but I mean, this was like basically a bug that was fixed, right? And then it turned out that that bug was being actively used as a feature. So it's like this, yeah. is it a bug? Is it a feature, right? It's that one, right? So it's like,
yeah. And so I was saying, actually, we just decided somehow that running an errand on a stop VM was illegal, as a way to give us a meaning of that. The meaning has been, it's illegal now, but we can give it another meaning. That's what I'm proposing.
Yeah. So, but then you would indeed need to solve the underlying issue, which is like you won't run on out of date code potentially, and that's the bug you want to shield people from, because that's really unexpected behavior and really difficult to debug.
Yeah, actually, we would delay the occurrence of possible errors when running old code. The instance would be updated with new bits. It's only that the code would not be run, so you would not have the feedback of whether it's running or not. You would delay that until you run the jobs. But it still makes sense. I mean, if we see the problem this way.
I mean,
okay.
I think the question of Björn is valid, right? Because for one, it's feature or a bug. In the end, it doesn't matter. It's a breaking change, so to say. And at least there needs to be some time for people to adopt. And the flag could be an option if you decide to have it in for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
But I admit it's a risk that it's then postponed and postponed to get rid of it, like with all deprecations, right? But if you properly deprecate, even if it's a bug, and you figure out that there are use cases, people are using this bug, then a proper amount of time is a valid request from my perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, and that could be used as an argument to get a flag in, right?
Yes.
So that I would just probably look at a PR that would just have the behavior, the small change that was made to fix this, like restore the old behavior with a flag, and then we can have a discussion about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
with a fixed date when we plan to remove it, and a checkpoint to ensure that it's not lingering in the code forever.
Yeah, I mean, the better solution would be to fix the underlying issue, like what Benjamin is proposing. So, but yeah, that could be worth a spike to like at least investigate, right, if that's possible, because that I think would be less. There wouldn't be like any resistance against that. I think that would be just like, yeah, a proper way forward, right? And then we don't have that problem of deprecating a flag. We don't need a flag because we fixed the underlying issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That would be.
Yeah, I mean that is again
more expensive.
A thing that needs to be discussed SAP internally, because there are multiple actors, and then it depends who is paying what costs to get this unblocked, right?
Yeah.
But at least, I mean, the deprecation time frame for such things, I think it's a valid discussion. Thanks for bringing that up, Björn.
Yeah.
And I will take it with me also regarding maybe considering creating a PR to have that discussion of the flag and the time frame, depending on how expensive it would be for us. And then let's see. Yeah.
PR, I would say that the PR for since the fix was relatively small, right? Just piping through a flag should be relatively simple.
Yeah.
Change.
By the way, from your perspective, does it make a difference whether it's just in the API and or also in the CLI? Would you prefer to have it consistent? Or would you be more happy to just have the flag in the API because it's more hidden, but actually having hidden things is not the best thing to have?
Let's say it's a flag. I would make it a configuration on the director.
Oh, I see. Yeah, to have the, okay, understood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
talking.
yeah.
Yes, because the proposal in the bug was to actually have a CLI flag or an API flag. But you're right. Having a configuration flag for the director would be much better fitting the idea of having some backwards compatibility for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, because then we don't have to touch the CLI, right? You just get the old behavior.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's continue. Let's look at this. What do we have here? That won't be discussed. Yeah, no updates here, so that won't take us there. Yeah, this one I reviewed, but I also had a call with this person today because that was scheduled anyway. He's from VMware. Yeah, I just explained the concept of ops files. So this will be redone as an ops file instead of cloning the whole manifest. So yeah, that's in progress. This one came in, so this is for the Bosch deployment resource. It's just better logging, or yeah, better error handling. So if there's an error, marshal it so that it's easier to have, or to have some context. I think that's a good improvement. So I've approved that and asked Ramon to look at it. I think there has been some movement, right? I think it was actually said that your fix fixed everything. It was the best fix ever. That's what I heard.
The patch is working. Oh no, okay. That was a configuration problem. I haven't seen that answer yet. All right.
Okay. Yep. I think we can finally close this, right?
Okay, right. Minimum storage space 20 gigabytes in soft layer. That's explain everything.
Yes.
So yeah, we spotted the bug that prevented us to verify the fix.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but now the patch is working, so that means that this has been tested, and this was what was I don't know what we decided. Have we done a review of this? Should we now do a review? Oh, there's Ramon.
I don't remember of any review, but
no. So, but I mean, it has now been tested, right? So I think we should do.
We were waiting for the test to be okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So now we can assign reviewers.
Sure.
I'm happy to take a look at this.
Nice.
And then, yeah, it's still pending review, but at least it's unblocked now. So that's good. Nice.
Yeah, great.
That's nice. This one also came in with changes. It's updated. I haven't looked at it. So 3 days ago. Yeah, this one just needs to review now. I will also assign myself here because of some context on this. That's a lot of people. Felix, you were also involved in this one. Did you? You left comments. Oh, no. Ooh.
Yeah, that was quite some time ago. I just
Yeah.
asked a few questions around how it's structured.
Yeah, so the structure should now be different because since then I did a PR to add support for stem cell variants, right? So that we have like a better way to structure this. And then this PR has now been updated to use that variance PR 3 days ago. So this could get a review. I don't know, Felix, would you have time for that? Or
yeah, I can look into that next week. Okay.
yeah, that's fine. No hurry. It's just you were there, so you are now in the call. So I just thought I ask. Okay. I mean, we have lots of people now looking at it. I'm gonna remove Joseph because he has already been doing. He's assigned to many things at this point. So. And Ramon also because he has been involved with all the stuff anyway. Gonna go. So let's do it like this. Lena Postgres. Yeah, this was something from Ramon that came in.
Yeah, it's just a discussion topic.
Yeah. Felix, are you all still using what version of Postgres are you using within SAP?
13. So the latest
one.
13.
So latest. So this is when we talk about deprecating stuff. I thought I asked.
And you can still use it, but it's just not anymore from then on, from the Bosch versions from then on. Like, say, from go to 280, for example, then 9.4 is just not available anymore. You can still use the old, and that's already still possible because the 9.4 migration is only supported until Bosch 271X. So I don't know. Seems a bit weird to keep this stuff in it.
Yeah.
And the same is with Postgres 10, but I didn't even start with Postgres 10 because Bosch deployment only moved to Postgres 13 like for the last 2 months, I think. Maybe that's a bit too early, but
yeah. But I mean, this seems like a appropriate time to do it.
Small
Makes
start.
sense.
Yeah.
And is Postgres 10, is it still supported?
You mean by Postgres?
Yes.
By the Postgres people? I don't know.
So Postgres 10 is end of life in August, I think, or in September. I don't know, one of the two.
We can keep it some months.
Nothing personal, Ramon.
I know. In November 2022.
No,
okay.
November.
Yeah, so basically I brought these questions up because we have some scanning ongoing of entire artifacts and it rightfully complains, oh, this Postgres version, do you consider updating it? And of course we can say we don't use it, but I was just wondering whether the community should carry it around.
Yeah, so 10 is the problem, or not the problem yet, right? But it should soon be.
Yeah, 9.4 is now already 2 years out of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem is in the Postgres 10, which we also don't use anymore, but in the Postgres 10 templating, we still have the checks for upgrading. So if there is a Postgres 10, then it's still at once 9.4. So I just made a simple just escape clause in it. So just exit one whenever you see package 9.4.
Okay. I mean, we'll just wait for the review to happen. But I
Yeah.
think it makes sense to do.
Quit fail, and you just get a message. Go to earlier, use an earlier boss to do the actual upgrade, and then move on.
But that's useful.
Yeah.
Okay. OpenStack. Yeah. So someone bumped the OpenStack fork gem. I'm a bit hesitant to use a pre-version.
And what is his? Fixes a bug.
No, yeah, it's also like just getting support for. But when is that? Has that been released?
No, it's not that. No.
It's the latest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say okay if it actually fixes something.
Yeah, I don't know about there. Like
The other one is
release
2 years
policy.
old. Pre is now okay. It's from March 16. Okay.
That's like really bleeding edge.
Yeah. But yeah, I would just state it in the release notes, and so that people still can go to the old one if they experience issues. They can see, oh, this one has a new gem, and we just need to go to an older. For older OpenStack versions, we can downgrade the CPI. It's maybe not the nicest thing to.
Oh, there's already
1.2. It's just not released yet on the. Is this the Ruby is not released yet or something? The package itself?
Yeah. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I just looked wrong with the versions. Maybe if I go here. Oh, it's not there.
And if you type in there, just 1.12, 1.12. I think you need to set versions.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's too much work. I'm just gonna, yeah.
Question is how long do they need to get a final release of 1.1?
No, wait. This is 0.
Yeah, 0.1 has nothing to do with 1.1. indeed.
No, yeah, no, this is wrong. Wow, there's just backporting stuff, I think. Okay, no, never mind. We'll just wait for the review here.
But yeah, it would be nice that the Fog OpenStack would get a final version.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, this is related to the work Konstantin has been doing. Apparently, that broke the Windows agent stuff for the firewall, broke builds and other environments. So Justin W added fix this. I've asked Konstantin to review that because he touched that code recently. And now I've also tried to run it locally on my machine. See if this works. And then this one. So there's this adds a force flag. I don't know if that has like side effects. Oh wait, this suggests that not all the versions of the CLI support the force option.
That was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, is Red Hat 8.5 really old? Bayon, can hear your kid.
Deram no papai. Selin lütfen deram no papai.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I don't know. This is actually like a broader question, right? It's these things are now, so this is coming from their work to start supporting RHEL again. Do we then want these things to also affect the Ubuntu-based stem cell, or should this be in a separate thing? Should this be like a configuration option, or are we okay with changing this?
It's quite unclear why we need that.
What the impact is.
It seems that YPFS without -- force is blocking when there is an error failure while resizing a partition. So failing to resize a partition doesn't mean you must wipe out any file system, should we? Or which partition are we talking about? The new one or the old one?
I don't know. I'm hesitant about this one because it's difficult from like just this PR to see what the impact is going to be, right?
Yes. Somehow there are some questions that should be clarified.
Someone who wants to review this, or otherwise I will just do randomly assign people. No takers. Find out who's gonna take it.
And the winner is
I don't know what happens. What's up with Joseph lately? Because he gets assigned to everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is there? Yeah, this one is internal to VMware because this is stuff that's already upstream. that's just being backported to the Xenial branch. So this doesn't need public attention. Yeah, that's it. Let's
Cool.
quickly go over open issues. 17th.
Felix, did you already? Oh, he's already gone. Okay. Did they
We had
already?
a discussion.
Yeah, already had a discussion with the force flag.
Force flag. Yeah, about the errands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that discussion at the beginning.
Oh, okay, I missed it.
Yes.
I'll watch the video.
Yeah.
Kai has joined the Bosch team at SAP.
I don't know.
That was for Roman.
For me, what? What did you say?
Kai has joined the Bosch team at SAP.
Kai? No.
Or no? Okay, he's working on a different team.
Kai is working in a different department right now.
Yeah. All right.
I think they're only now with 4 people left or something, 4 or 3 currently.
Okay.
What's this about? Failed to download block archive. What's the?
So it means the error is not specific enough. When I don't know what is when Bosch is able to locate a blob, but oh yeah, possibly somehow.
Yeah, so this is the agent reporting this, right? When it's compiling. And so the solution is to, is this the blob? Yes. So I think the problem is that the agent, so this is an error generated by the agent, and the agent is probably not aware of what an actual name is.
The agent receives a URL,
Yeah.
but the agent has access to the spec. And I think the specs explain the job or package name and release.
Okay. No, maybe it is available. Then it would be open for PR or open for contribution, right?
Normally, the agent should have the information somewhere.
I mean, this is difficult to prioritize, right? Because this is like not a thing you run into often. It basically means that your blob store has already been like corrupted or something, right? And then you need to do an -- fix, upload release -- fix, right? So I mean, something else already went wrong, and then this is like an improvement to recover from that. But I mean, like just having this snippet here is already like quite useful. So if people run into this and find this, then I guess.
And typically, this kind of corner case are related to not updating stopped instances. And so the links in the database with the package and jobs actually used by the instance are updated, but they do not reflect what's exactly on that in there. And yeah, we have corner case on in this area.
Yeah. Okay. Down here. Okay, this is just marked still. This one is also marked still. And another still one. So still. Yeah, I did something wrong, I think, with the stillbot, or I reconfigured the stillbot, and then at some point it also started. Oh, actually, this is in the working group, so I think that's correct. But I did fix some update logic, so it didn't. It was not looking after all our repos, and now it is. So that's why we're getting a bunch of still issues on that date. I think Kani is working on this. Made progress. I know he did, or I'm fairly certain that he did, because I read an internal update on this, or without any details, but it would be nice to know, hear about that. Yeah, I think that's it. If there's nothing else, then I would like to close this meeting.
Okay.
Thank you all for attending.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you too.
See you later.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Take care.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.